YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got another video here by Revse Desu. Twitter freaks crash out over Vtubers supporting Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So what they mean by, I think the whole reason, because this month is June, so it's supposed to be Pride Month. So I think people are mad that now we're focusing on men's mental Now people are mad that people are focusing on Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which I feel like is stupid, but hey, I'm here for the stupidity and the drama. So let's just jump in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys thinking. Yeah, it's about to be crazy.
Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So in case you don't know, June is Men's Health Awareness Month, or also known as Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. This is an event that's been around for over 3 decades at this point.
Yeah.
It seems like every year this event gets more and more popular. And of course, with more popularity and more people posting about this on social media, there's also a bigger spotlight and people who are very upset about people trying to focus on men's mental health in the month of June. We're seeing this in the VTubing space and in gaming spaces as well, where people are very angry because they believe a focus on men's mental health awareness in the month of June is casting a shadow over Pride Month. Now we'll get into the examples of all that.
The only reason why these companies and people would supported Pride Month was because it was an incentive gain. People don't support Pride Month because they want to. They do it because they're trying to make more money. So when you see a company or something like that doing something, you know, like for example Pride Month or Black Lives Matter, those are all political incentives. It's political and it's of course monetary incentives. No company would ever do it for the sake of if it doesn't give them money. That's why you see people are trying to stay away from the whole Pride Month and stuff, because wokeism is also looked at as a bad thing, you know. So I think this is how it is, the climate of 2025. You know, so I have nothing wrong with people celebrating Pride Month. I have nothing wrong with people celebrating Men's Health Awareness Month. I think both, for me, like Pride Month, I feel like it was for June. This Men's Health Awareness Month is stupid, honestly. If you're a man, this is not like what so now what? We're celebrating our mental health awareness, then what? You know, we achieve nothing by celebrating this. For if you're a guy, you know, there's nothing that is achieved by it. So that's my opinion. That's my opinion though, so don't kill me, don't shoot me.
Happening in those related scenes. But first, I'll give my usual spiel on this topic. To everyone watching this video, I think this month is a great opportunity to check in on the men in your life, to make them feel like they're not invisible, and to make sure they know their mental health matters. Now, to the men watching this, I think there's many great things about being a man and masculine traits and all those things, but there's one very unfortunate thing that's been pervasive throughout society, and that is telling men that their mental health doesn't matter and that they're not supposed to speak about it. But it is important to speak about it. You got to be your own advocate for yourself, and it's not a one-size-fits-all type solution. There's many resources out there that you can use, whether it's talking to...
That is so true. Unfortunately, as a guy, you know, for you to find a space where you can talk about your whole mental health is very rare. Because, you know, you can't really talk to your guy friends. Because guy friends, if you come to me with your problems, I'm going to give you a beer and say, my brother, I also got problems. So it's very difficult, you know, to find a space or people to talk to about, you know, these health problems and stuff. But anyways, you know, that's life, you know.
Someone or engaging with something or making changes in your life, it's all important to try, even if it's a bit scary, because your mental health matters because, well, you matter. Now, finally, to the women watching this, there's a very small suggestion and a powerful one I can give you for this month. Whether it's your boyfriend, your husband, your father, any man in your life that you care about, you can do a very small gesture, and that is buying them some flowers. This will stunlock them. They will be very happy. It'll make their day. They'll probably remember it for months, if not years. You don't have to give them anything expensive. They won't know the difference anyways.
True.
But this is something small that you can do that will make their day. And
yeah, I like what Riv is saying. Maybe you buy somebody flowers, just, you know, because flowers are cheap, you know. Yeah, that would be cool.
This has to do with the whole moniker that people say every month or every time Men's Health Awareness Month comes up. where there's a sad fact that most men will never receive flowers until the day of their funeral. And I think that's a very sad fact and something that can be a really nice gesture.
Yeah, you're a man. You will never receive any praise. You will never receive flowers. You will never receive anything because you're a guy. I mean, that's how it is. Unfortunately.
Okay, so now that we got that and all the fluff out of the way, let's get into the video for today. So right now in the VTubing scene, there's a lot of people participating in Men's Health Awareness Month, including people like this raising money for related causes. That's really great. And you have this post from Banana Juju, who we've talked about like 3 times in the last 2 months because people love to try to cancel her, and they're doing it once again with this post that I think is a really nice one, talking about Men's Mental Health Month, where she says, to all the men out there, wherever you are, whatever you are doing right now, take care of yourselves. You guys do not have the same outlets or support like other groups for your problems. And to this day, society still has a lot of work to do when it comes to this. Statistics paint a clear picture here. You guys are taking the constant hits while staying quiet. So grab your loved one or a friend and tell them what you have on your mind and what kind of problems you might go through. There's nothing weak about that, and it takes the load off of your shoulders. I always have to remind my hubby about that. I am thinking of all of you hard workers / family men / strong supporters for our female craziness and backbone of society. Take care. I am thinking of you, and I love you guys. So a very nice post.
Yeah. Cool post. I mean, it wasn't anything malicious. It was cool. Like, I mean, yeah. I think as well, a lot of people are also posting about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month because it's a trend. It's trendy. You know, it's a trendy thing to say. It's now kind of the in thing for this 2025, you know, because I think for the past, 2023, 2022, 2021, it was the whole Pride Month. And I think now, since that people realize that Pride Month and all of that, and Trump is president, people are now trying to do, you know, push the opposite of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month for trendy and for likes and impressions.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, this is Twitter, and people are insane. So you had this quote right here. I'll point this one out first, saying, is there a point to this month's theme other than women just collecting sympathy points?
Yeah.
Dude, you really can't do anything on Twitter without upsetting people like this.
No, that's Twitter. Twitter, people will find a reason to be mad. You can do you literally can't do anything on Twitter because people will just find a way to be mad. Or even on Instagram, on social media in general. People always find a reason to be mad. People always find a reason to just hate for no reason, no abundant reason. That's how it is.
This gives like really strong male feminist energy right here where they're like, yeah, those evil men, boo, down with them. And while they're doing it, they're like, shut up, women. You're not allowed to talk about this. It's very pathetic to see. But there was this one right here that got a lot of attention from another VTuber saying, babe, a new based VTuber grift just dropped. Again, people on Twitter not knowing what grift means whatsoever. Implying that
grift, incel, scab. Oh my god, bro. These words honestly have no base. When people use them, just know that, yeah, I'm talking to somebody that is not on planet Earth, literally.
Banana Juju is lying about this. She doesn't actually care about men's mental health and that she's doing this for some sort of a profit. That's what a grift would be. Mm-hmm. But now, basically, everything on Twitter is a grift. True. Caring about men's mental health, that's a grift. Breathing makes you a breath grifter at this point. Very weird stuff, and people would go after this person. This is obviously a very stupid thing to say. And responding to the criticism, they said this: I thought June was all about pretending to care about gay people, but I guess that's out of fashion now.
Yes.
It's just a shit post. Don't overthink it.
I mean, it was never in fashion. As I said, people only cared about LGBTQ because it was monetary gain. That's how it is, bruh. People never cared, you know. That's how, like, you know, yeah, unfortunately.
I was just pretending to be stupid. Yeah, I don't buy it. I look at the replies and what they're showing here too, and clearly this person really is angry about this and thinks it's some sort of a grift when people say it. And they just got caught looking stupid, and now they're trying to backpedal and say this is all a joke. But this is the examples they're providing here that make absolutely no sense. Beginning with this post from Kitsu, where she's saying she's trying to look into a charity that deals with men's mental health.
Wow.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2025, grifting is when charity. Make it make sense, please. But there's other examples from Rosie here, a very nice post she made, and some other VTubers as well. Nice post, but of course they are being besmirched and attacked here for reasons that I can't really comprehend. And at the end of this thread, calling people grifters over caring about men's mental health awareness, they do the most predictable thing ever, and that's promote themselves. They share their...
Of course, because they can see that, okay, cool, I'm getting attention now because I shitted on people. Let me now promote myself. Again, that's why people always do it. They hate trains. They're hating for no reason. People do it so that they can get views for themselves. Of course, that's how it is, as always. That's Twitter.
Own Twitch account, hoping to cash in on the outrage they have produced.
Yeah.
And if they're going to self-promote, well, guess what? I'm going to do the same. Just in time for today.
Yeah, Rev, make your money, brother.
Going back to some other tweets here, there was a very bizarre moment in the gaming scene. A twist many people like myself did not see coming. Rainbow Six Siege. And
Ubisoft. Bruh, now Ubisoft is so scummy. Last year it was LGBTQ. This year it's men's mental health awareness. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like this whole LGBTQ Pride Month thing, it died because people realized, oh no, Trump is president. And as well, just the atmosphere changed because people look at like when you're being woke as a bad thing. So yeah, I'm not surprised that also Ubisoft, they switched. You know, bro, all of these companies are all fake. They switch because it's monetary gain.
Ubisoft made a post that will flabbergast you. They say this: it's okay to take off the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We'd like to encourage you to reach out to your friends, ask them how they're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter.
Wow.
With this artwork right here. I'm flabbergasted, like I said. Everyone would have expected Ubisoft and Rainbow Six Siege to do what they do every year on June 1st, and that is put the pride flags in their bios and in their profile pictures. But they didn't do that this year, along with a lot of other companies. I think there's a message being sent about virtue signaling companies.
Because they know that if we do this, how our audience gonna feel? Because people know that now wokeism is kind of like a bad thing. You know, it's out of fashion now. Because when you try and come off as a woke person and all of that, people view you differently. So I don't blame them for doing that. I would do the same, you know. Honestly, but yeah, it sucks. It's funny, not necessarily it sucks, it's just funny to see.
About this sort of stuff. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege coming out and supporting Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Crazy.
You know what? Ubisoft and these accounts have made a lot of mistakes, but I will give them credit where credit is due. I think they hired someone new for their social media campaign.
Yeah, I think so.
And they said, instead of appealing to activists on Twitter who don't buy our games anyways.
Yeah, true. No, that's the thing. I think they also realize, you know, when you appeal to these activists and to these communities are just outrageous and Twitter fiends. They don't support their games. So I feel like they realize that, okay, cool, we need to well, not necessarily like they're doing it because people which have men's mental health awareness support their games, but they're just trying to have a good look. You know, it's good PR in a sense.
Appeal to our actual target audience here, men who are
who
the people playing Rainbow Six Siege, largely, of course, not exclusively, but largely. And the comments are very positive. Rare Ubisoft W. Well done. Ubisoft, is that really you?
Yeah.
Did we accidentally walk into a different timeline?
Bro.
But of course, we also have this person saying it's Pride Month, which is an odd thing. It's a sentiment I've seen on a lot of posts about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, where basically they say you have to support both of these things or you're a bigot, right? And they also try to say that, like,
you're a bigot either way, dude. It doesn't really matter. Like, either way, you're a bigot.
Pride Month came first, therefore you can't celebrate Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is just factually not true. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month was created in 1994, and Pride Month was in 1999. And then you think about other holidays like Trans Visibility Day, which is a recent one. that happens on Easter. Like, do they really
Bro.
want this logic of claiming whatever comes first is what should be celebrated? It kind of backfires.
It's honestly whatever is popular, that's what people are going to celebrate. Whatever is popular and whatever appeals to people and whatever makes these companies gain a monetary gain, and that's what's in fashion. That's what people are going to celebrate, honestly.
On them pretty badly, but there were some other comments this person saying in response to the previous user saying it's actually Veterans Month.
Oh, wow.
They say, F them veterans.
Wow, but he lives in America,
is this
I bet.
Frogan's secret account or something? Like, very mask-off moment, but then again, this person doesn't seem like a very happy individual. Another person said, I'm proud to be a straight white male. Are you saying I don't matter? And they say,
no.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't.
This is precisely why we need Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's because of people like this.
No, man. It's just Twitter bullshit. Like, honestly, like, that person should never take anything seriously. It is what it is. People on Twitter are going to be like that. That's funny.
Want to denigrate you because you're a man. Simply because you're a man. But there's other comments feeling very betrayed thanks to this move by Rainbow Six Siege on Twitter. This person in quote says, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. We are not even worth as free money anymore. Oh my effing God.
Yes.
Yeah, they're realizing the companies didn't actually care about them, and all the virtue signaling was
they didn't
just
give a fuck.
to try to curry favor on social media. A tough break for people like this.
That's how it is.
Another one says, in quotes, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. Bro. And posts like this, 49,000 likes. And I'm not surprised because this is Twitter and things like this tend to pop off. But here's another one saying June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. People who are desperate for attention. Yeah, I guess caring about men's mental health is being desperate for attention. Oh, okay, interesting.
I don't know. It's 50-50.
This lovely individual says, men aren't lonely enough.
You would be surprised.
And another person says, we'd probably be better off if the average Siege player gay-mended themselves.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the normal people. And again, the reason why we need things like Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
I feel like it's either way. If Ubisoft said Pride or Men's, either way, it was going to be the same result.
That's pretty much going to do it for this video. It's obviously
another one. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Stupid, but it's just, I guess it's what's the fashion of today. But on a real note, if you have problems, do check up with somebody that you can talk to. There are hotlines. There are, depending on which area you are in, there are definitely hotlines that you should check up on. Try a family member, loved one, someone you're close to. Try talking to somebody, man, because you never know. Some of us might be going through stuff. But yeah, of course, I'm a guy and you're a guy. If you're watching this, you're a man. Be a man about it, That's how it is, unfortunately. And if you're a woman, please support the people around you that are guys. That's how it is. Yeah, weird video. People hate for no reason. It is what it is. You guys tell me what you guys think. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.